Hey, welcome back. Whoops, one moment. So, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Whoop. There we go. More builders, please. Can't really have too many. Think about, little tip about builders is if you think you have enough, build one more. Because you're always going to have, even if you improve every tile you're working, A, your cities are still going to grow. B, you could still chop stuff out. C, you're going to get access to new strategic resources, stuff like that. You really can't have too many builders. Well, that's not exactly true. You can have too many, I suppose. But my point is pragmatically, you're much more likely to not build enough and be like, oh shoot, wish I had a builder right now. And it was kind of an interesting change between Civ 5 and Civ 6 where they went from workers to builders. And here's a little story behind it. They observed, I suppose, the number of people who just clicked automate worker was like astronomically high. If you played Civ 5, I'm sure you were guilty of it, or maybe you don't even consider that guilty. Maybe you consider that common sense to just automate the worker, because it just saves you so much time and decision making. The thing was, first of all, don't automate your workers in Civ 5. I will say, as a fond, as a proud Civ 5 player, because you'll do a much better job than the AI, including your own AI builders, or workers as they were known. But furthermore, back to my original point, so they decided to make it, they wanted to set it up such that you could not automate workers. And it was almost they were like, hey guys, why aren't you playing the game? Why are you automating your workers? Why don't you actually play? And like their response was to like, instead of making that aspect of the game more interesting, their response was to just like redesign it. Instead of saying, hey, nobody, like everybody automates their workers. I mean, you could say they did that, sort of, if that's your perspective. Like my perspective is like, they're almost like, being bitter about it. Like, well, now you have to use your workers. The reason I say that is because it's kind of a pain in the butt running out of builders. I'm not really a fan of that change. If there's one change that I think is a slight downgrade, it's not a big deal, right? It really isn't. I'm not really trying to whine about it. I think it's a slight downgrade to have builders instead of workers, because it's just annoying. It's kind of just annoying. And I'm not sure it really adds that much depth. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't really see like how it adds depth. Let's queue up another builder. So let's count, right? One. How many charges do we need? That's the question. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3. I don't even know if we're even close enough to make this call. I'm trying to say, hey, how many builders do I actually need? It's not really working. Don't need feudalism because we're gonna get. Well, I do need it. I don't need the boost. I don't need to tech it because we're not gonna build 6 farms. Question: are we gonna get pop 10 anytime soon? Closest is Athens. Don't feel too good about that happening, so I might just finish civil service. Would like to improve this tile, I suppose. Get some, and as well as these lumber mills. It would be nice if this city had farms. Try to put a trifecta here. Not gonna worry about it too much. Let's just get a bazillion builders. That doesn't look friendly. Is he back for more? He didn't denounce us, so he would be a surprise war. Which the AI is not fond of. Although I think perhaps, I'm not quite sure about this. I think a joint war is not a surprise war. I'm not sure about that. But I think a joint war, when the AI, or you, declares a joint war. Alright, we'll see if we need more builders. We need one down here. We need like 2 or maybe 3 down here. Maybe 4 even? 4 down here. Jeez, 4 builders down there. I think we're okay up here. 4 builders down there. Maybe 2 here. So 6. Maybe 7th, another one after this one. You know, I could try to cheese and like get the extra builders. I might do that. So what do I mean by that? So here's the funny thing about feudalism. In fact, I should do that is what I should say. Ooh, I should finish that. Apprenticeship, even if you're not going to immediately build an industrial zone, finishing the tech gives +1 production to mines. All your mines. So that's super awesome. What I was going to say about feudalism. So here's the thing about feudalism. It gives you serfdom, which is newly trained builders get +2 build actions. But the funny thing is it obsoletes Ilkum. So you get these builders that have extra uses, but you no longer have the policy to build them faster. And so one thing like, I don't know if it's cheesy, but what you should do, in my opinion, is queue up all your builders and as many cities as you can, to just have one left. One turn left before the builder finishes, and then and then switch it off if it's one left. So switch to something else here, and then once you have it in a bunch of cities, one turn left. So you've built it all the freaking way you can with Ilkum boosted. Then you finish feudalism. So that turn after you finish feudalism, Ilkum goes obsolete, and then you get serfdom. So you've already used the bonus to build the builders up to one turn left, and you get the +2 from switching into serfdom right before they actually pop out. So that's kind of a nice little trick. I think I'm going to finish this one and then do one more. So I have to be a little careful here because I meant to do one less turn. It's really, really easy to make little mistakes like that with the trees. So don't feel bad about it. And just like forget. Happens all the time. You know, like apprenticeship I meant to finish. I left it at 1 after the boost finished. But it's build 6 farms. So I have to count my farms. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I only have 5 farms. So as soon as I plop down a 6th farm, like here or something, it'll finish. So how many turns is that? Probably quite a few, actually. Maybe I'll just swap it for something else. Harbor? I don't know about that. +2 if I put the harbor there. I'd rather have a commercial hub or something like that. Even a campus. It's hard to say, really. Maybe commercial, campus, theater, even harbor, something. uh, Not the best city, but it's got too big a space to leave it unsettled. I think I will not finish this builder. So it means I'm going to build a district, and I don't know what to build. So I'm going to build a monument and delay that decision. Because I'm a coward. So you're about to see this little strategy in action. Wish I'd gotten an apprenticeship earlier. Don't know why I forgot it. And here's another little trick for you. So, as you probably know, harvesting marsh gives you food. It's very good. It's a very nice little boost, as all harvesting is.
There is no easy way to train an apprentice. My two tools are example and nagging.
Lemony Snicket quote, that new Netflix series, a series of unfortunate events, just came out today. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard some people hate it, some people I've heard love it. And I'm quite curious because I liked the books. But anyway, marshes are what we're talking about. It's better to chop the marsh, or jungle too, when you're at max housing. And here's why. As I've said many times, food doesn't freaking matter really. It's about housing. If you're not at max housing, for example, this city, in only 4 turns, it's only gonna. This has like one farm and a bunch of plains hills, and it's still gonna grow to max in just 4 turns. It doesn't matter how much food you have most of the time. So let's say I give this a food boost right now. Like, whoop-de-frickin-do, I just boosted it like 4 turns, right? And then it's locked, and then it stops growing because it hits 5. Probably might hit 6. I'm not sure about this city, but you see my point. It'll get stuck at the top housing. It'll get stuck at the housing cap if I cleared a marsh right now. So I just skipped all this like growth I was going to get for free easily anyway. Here, it's already housing capped, so it's stuck. It's not growing at all. But here's what I can do. If I chop this out right now, it goes to pop 6. And yeah, it's still stuck, but it was stuck before. So it's like I'm getting an extra pop early, like for free. So hopefully that makes sense to you. It's the point. The moral is chop marsh and jungle because it gives food when your city's at max housing. Because if you boost growth that you're already gonna get, it doesn't freaking matter. But if it's at max housing already and you boost it, it's like you're artificially getting this pop 6, this extra population before you early. Even though it's like it's like magically you're able to grow even though you're at max housing. Whereas if you're not at max housing, you're just wasting that boost. It's almost like it's easy to waste things in this game. It's like if I finish techie feudalism when I'm going to get the farms anyway, that's a waste, right? You don't want to waste stuff. Anyway, that's kind of a neat little trick. Printing. I'd love to take a shot at that. One of the best, probably top tier wonder. So I want to say the best wonder in the game, but possibly, and definitely top tier, Forbidden City. Trying to think like what's actually better than it. I can't really think of anything. Maybe it is the best wonder in the game. Anyway, it's very good, and I'd like to try to build it. So, but we're gonna do that by building universities first because it's so short. I really should maybe just finish this because it's classical era tech and it's one turn and I really want this. But I have plenty of things to build in the meantime, I feel like. And it's not like it's the end of the world if I don't get this wonder. You know, wonders aren't the end of the world, or not getting one. They take a long time to build, even if they're very useful. So, well, that's a reason to not even try. Anyway. That's why I opened the screen, right? So we get stirrups with feudalism, gunpowder. That'll get us up to gunpowder. Probably not going to get an armory, so we'll just hard tech that. Try to find some niter, which is always good. Not going to finish that farm. So he's got a settler. This is what I was saying about open borders. Where are you going, buddy? Stay right there. Maybe he's going for these pearls. That would be kind of funny. Why am I building a commercial hub instead of a theater district? Maybe it was founded before I had the tech. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm a noob. So one turn left. No, this city. One turn left. Where are you going to build an Acropolis, little boy? Is it worth it? Probably is, I think. Even though I just built a mine there like an idiot. I think I will build an Acropolis here. So don't do what I just did and not plan things. This is why you should put your, you know, your little pins down. So I wouldn't have wasted a builder charge. That's coin means commercial hub. This thing means movement, like boats, like harbor. I don't know. You know what? You know what? You know what? Check it out. Boom. There's a movement symbol in the Royal Navy dockyard. Oh. It's so logical. Anyway, thanks for using that build. Well done. Brilliant move. It's okay if you make little mistakes. Oh, I effed up. I effed up big time. So I wasted a builder here. Got distracted by this. And I didn't swap out this one builder, so he's only going to have +1. Oh, I thought it said Colosseum. It said Colossus. I was like, you. I'm not sure I've ever been one turned on the same turn on this in this game.
While the Colosseum stands, Rome shall stand. When the Colosseum falls, Rome shall fall. When Rome falls, the world shall fall.
When the Colosseum stands, Greece shall stand too. So it's +3 amenities in all these cities, boosting this up to +3 total. So that gives it stuff like +10% production. Pretty nice yields. Ecstatic. If you get up to ecstatic, growth is okay, but 10% production is quite good. So you know what? We're gonna queue up one more builder because I'm bitter about this one. Send him down here, and okay. Perhaps it's okay if we switch next turn. I mean, it's only one freaking turn anyway. Let's just do it. Feudalism complete.
Few inventions have been so simple as the stirrup, but few have had so catalytic an influence on history. With the advance of feudalism came the growth of iron armor, until, at last, a fighting man resembled an armadillo.
Cowards in iron suits. So here's something I want to test. I need an Acropolis, but I don't want to lose my only production. But I don't care. Oh, I can put it there? But I want to put it here. Because of the river. Do I? So what would I get from putting it there? Nothing. Well, I'm going to chop this out anyway. And I could put a... Put a campus there. Maybe. I'll chop it out with a builder. And then, yeah. Monument, probably. So my plan is, it's really, don't waste your chops. I'm going to put an Acropolis there, but it's so much better if I get that boost first. So yeah, I'd want an Acropolis now, but I'll wait a little bit just for the sake of getting a boost. Stirrups done. Are we ever building a freaking aqueduct? Hell no. Oh, this is going to be ugly. Before we do that, so funny story. Because of my boost this turn, Ilklum is obsolete. Serfdom is not. Ilklum doesn't exist anymore according to the game. So if I actually pull it out, if I pulled it here, it would disappear. But I wonder if I get it both in. For one turn. Next turn, Ilklum will disappear no matter what I do, but I'm curious if I can have both. So I have put that in. And I can't even tell if I'm getting a boost. It's still 2 turns. Would it be 2 turns anyway? I wish I had paid attention to this number before I switched that. Anyway, you ready for this?
Blast, build, battle. The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall.
Woo! Oh, oh baby. I'm a little worried about this. So even though it says like 7 here, I'm pretty sure if we clicked it, it would say 1 turn. It's very funky. The game doesn't really know how to handle that much overflow.
It is not that life ashore is distasteful to me, but life at sea is better.
Pretty much like, so you know England's unique unit? The Sea Dog? Pretty much inspired by Sir Francis Drake. He's even written here in the historical context for England's unique ship. Kinda neat. Did I lose that science? I don't even know. I'm actually really concerned right now. Are we ever going to improve 2 sea resources? 1, 2. Yeah, we will. Are we ever going to own 2 galleys? No. This reminds me of Hearthstone. If any of you like that game. Okay. Acropolis, please. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. I never like. I always build mines and then overwrite them, stuff like that. So I guess. No, I really just want this. I know. So as you can see, there goes serfdom. Still need it for one turn though. Did I say I build boats? Yeah. Maybe I do want boats, but I want caravels. I don't want, man. This looks like it will grow. It's gonna get half growth next turn. I'm not maximizing the efficiency here. I'm doing a pretty good job. Though I'm getting a little tripped out by the details here. If I stick a farm here, if I can get this plus one more housing by building 2 more farms, or maybe 1 more, depending on how many I have already. I haven't counted. 1, 2, I'm counting now. I also need to get this. Looks like I'll be able to get this boost after all that I completely gave up on.
If I were again
Hooray.
beginning my studies, I would follow the advice of Plato and start with mathematics.
I'm not sure how into math Plato was. Just gonna put that out there. Yeah, math is one of those things that philosophers argue is like inherent, is like objectively true. Let's see, Acropolis, please. So like, you know, a lot of some famous philosophy is about like doubting knowledge. It's like, how can I really know that I'm not dreaming? Like, how do I really know that I'm not like a computer simulation? I mean, Plato wasn't talking about computers, but you get the message. Let's get this here. So, but math, like, 2 plus 2 equals 4 being inherently true, indisputable, is sometimes argued in philosophy. Which is kind of, it's one of those wild things, you know, in the discipline that's just kind of hard to wrap your brain around. And it's like so fascinating and yet detached from anything you're really doing in your day-to-day life. I want to chop this out. I really like to focus on improving my working tiles first. So, you know, chops are important, but I want to make sure I don't use a builder charge on a chop when I could have put it. Use the charge on a. Use a charge on a tile I'm working, and so I'm kind of like, oh, I want to chop this woods here, but I'm going to send this builder south first in case there's something he can do down here.
No more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without mathematics, or exact iron making without chemistry.
I don't really know where they dug out that quote from, but it's lovely. So if you didn't know, city borders, they grow, it's not like Civ 5. They always grow 1 ring at a time. They still prioritize better tiles, right? But they'll grow, so you start with your inner ring. It'll grow the entire second ring before it ever gets anything in the third ring. So you don't have cities that are like, you know, sometimes you have like dick-shaped cities in Civ 5 because there'd be resources this way and it would just like extend. Doesn't happen anymore. So that's a good reason for me to buy this tile here because it's in the third ring. It's a really nice niter. Besides being important for building, building stuff. Besides that, it's important. It's a really good tile to work because it's a 2/2 tile without even a mine on it. Um, and it's hard to get niter sometimes. Sometimes you have a big empire and you just still never have iron or you never have niter. So we want to lock that down. And I bought it because it's kind of a lot of money, but it's in the third ring, so it would take it forever to grow there naturally. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode.